the Autonomous Youth Council is a direct response from young people wanting to actively participate in decisions that impact them in their community. And it's a space that takes a radical shift away from traditional learning and tries to really focus on skills, tools, resources needed by young people to be able to enter into these spaces where they can actively shape decisions, influence policy, and just kind of create the city and communities that they want to see.
I really wanted to be able to connect with others my age and who has the same type of thinking that I do, but also just to really learn more about community organizing.
A lot of people talk about student voice. We care about student voice. We want student voice to inform our work. And I'll be honest, in a lot of spaces, what I see is a co-opting of young people's voices. People will, oh, we heard them out, but it never translates into we're using what they shared to make informed decisions around systemic change. Also, we're gonna bring them at the table. And what I see when Milwaukee succeeds is that they're doing just that, right? It's not just I'm gonna hear you out, take what you shared and dispose of it. It's you're taking what young people share, you're having them be part of the process of transforming systemic change, and you're having them at the table.
When I came into this space was to really unlearn some of the things that I do as an educator. I wanted this to be a space where young folks felt like they had autonomy, they had the power to share their voices, their opinions in the ways that they felt comfortable. The best part of this experience was getting to know all of the young people.
David and Angela were like the first facilitators to actually put some things in my mind. David's whole thing about disrupting peace, Angela being a great facilitator and giving us great advice over her course of activism.
A big need that young people expressed actually is that they wanted to focus on mental health, whether it be strategies on how to cope or just really talking about it. And so we implemented that into a weekly practice.
I would say the strategies that have helped most with my mental health would have to be the breathing techniques, but also like helps me physically recenter myself.
So at first I wasn't like really open to it because I never did that type of thing in my classrooms or even at home, really. But as soon as we did it, and a couple sessions later, I realized, okay, I can kind of get into this. I kind of dig it.
Youth for Milwaukee and Milwaukee Succeeds as an organization and a coalition that is dedicated to both racial and educational justice. We feel like we're positioned to really push for more youth voice within the decision-making spaces, as well as the fact that we prioritize our community members and our coalition members' voices in the decisions and the programs that we initiate.
So we've been talking about the education in Milwaukee a lot, social issues, and we've been trying to figure out the root issue to our youth in Milwaukee. So those have been like the big conversations. Like they've taught us how to communicate good here. So I feel like that would help me in my future most. They taught us how to communicate effectively, not just using cuss words and stuff like that. They taught us how to like speak to one another like we're humans instead of, talking at each other.
We take youth voice through our Euphoria Coalition and this Autonomous Youth Council seriously. So ensuring that others see us doing it, we're more likely to replicate that in different spaces. So that's why I feel like we're perfectly positioned to do this work.